Welcome back to another episode of Eric's Camping Adventures. We're going to go on another search today looking for some beautiful places. We have woke up to a beautiful sunrise in western Oklahoma at Carl Ettling Lake. And we are not going to waste any time this morning getting some good coffee in us and getting on our bikes while it's still cool. We're going to try to avoid the midday sun and get a bike ride in out to the trailhead for Black Mesa. We are camped and starting at the Black Mesa State Park, and we are going to travel by road, paved road, dirt road, to get to the trailhead for the Black Mesa hike. We didn't get much of a warm-up. We climbed up out of that hole where the lake was located. You can see a sliver at the left-hand side of your screen. And then we headed down the road.
Okay, I assume you know where we're going. I'm just following.
Yeah, I've got...
This is actually the east side of the park, and I'm telling Natalie a story about during the pandemic when we used Black Mesa as a way for a stopover on the way to Colorado, how someone had stole our campsite, and we were unable to find a campsite host to get some help, so we ended up pulling into an RV spot late at night, and then the person who had reserved that RV spot came and wanted us to move, and we just refused to move. We told them we'd fix it in the morning. We got up early at 5:30 and took off. Biking out of the north side of the state park is quite a climb. So if you're going to bike this, be prepared for a lot of elevation changes.
Well, this means we got to come back up it.
Riding down these hills was a lot of fun, but eventually you have to come back up them, and we're going to actually come back up them when we're very tired. Natalie and I were the only ones up for this bike ride, and she is one tough rider. I'm making the excuse that she's ahead of me because she had a really fancy bike and I just had my mountain bike with lower gearing. I don't know if that's a good excuse. She was pretty tough. Eventually, we came to the end of the park road and we turned left and went west on 325 and headed down a hill. Traffic wasn't bad. I don't even think that we saw a car when we were headed west early in the morning. There was just nobody up. We were it. Natalie had mapped us a route through the river valley that passed by some mesas where North Carrizo Creek and the Cimarron River came together. And we were anticipating some really beautiful scenery.
I don't think it goes up to the peak.
Gotcha.
The one that we're doing, actually, the whole trail takes you up into Colorado, but we're not doing the whole trail.
When you're at the peak, it says Colorado's only 5 miles north.
Oh, yeah. Oh, as long as you shoot, we can say we can put it.
Our expectations and our bikes skidded to a halt right at this gate here. It was private land. We didn't know at the time that it was. We didn't know if someone had just thrown up a gate to keep people off of the road that went by their house, because that is happening. I can even see that in rural Oklahoma when I'm driving, that people are just suspicious of people who are driving down their road. But this actually is private land. I confirmed it on Onyx Off-Road. It is part of a private revocable trust, and it is a private road. So we turned around and we dug our way back out of this valley, and it was quite a little bit of work.
Spots aren't fun.
We made our way back to 325 and headed towards the Black Mesa Road.
That means you're getting there, Natalie.
We made a turn to the north and we headed towards the real Black Mesa.
We're gonna have the wind going back, which will be very nice.
That'll be nice, especially since we're going uphill.
Yes.
A lot.
We are crossing the same Cimarron River that merges into the Arkansas River in Manford and passes into Tulsa. This is a long river. This is the final approach to the trailhead parking lot. Warren has come along kind of as our lookout, keeping track of us, making sure we're safe, and he met up with us in the parking lot.
Whew.
How you doing there?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Maybe. My wheel almost fell off, man.
Did it really?
It did. We laid it aside, and I'm like, my back rim just came right out of the...
Did anything to fix it, or you're good?
I
Do some quick
put it back together quick, and then I flipped it upside down when we came to a stopping point and reseated both of them.
I was driving on that road. I was like, man, it's a little sketchy here with cars go by really fast.
Well, you know,
and there's no shoulder.
it wasn't where we were at.
Okay.
After a short break, we got back on the road and headed back to the campsite. And you know what's coming next. If you exercise this hard for this long, I think that we went in excess of 28 miles if I figured out our little detour down the dirt road that ended up in a closed road. was probably about 28 miles. And we were moving over some pretty good terrain. So the next thing that comes is some good cooking. Ground turkey, bell peppers, onions, and cauliflower rice. Absolutely just perfect with some chips. And we did not put the onions, peppers, and cauliflower rice on Max's dish, but he definitely was joining us for the meat. And yeah, we threw on a little bit of cheese for it too. Can't leave off the cheese.
I don't know. It's actually from the pepper. The pepper splatter.
Put some cheese on mine and put some cheese on.
Silly boy.
Well, we got back to our campsites to some spoiled, rotten dogs, and took in some good company with our puppy dogs, just laughing, enjoying the sunset, and then we turned in. Come back next time. We're actually going to hike to the highest point in Oklahoma.